Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome again. Thank you for tuning in. I definitely do appreciate it. Hope everyone's doing great, of course. So, I wanted to do a quick video about aliens again. So, I've been really into aliens recently, but I came across this story, and I kind of vaguely remember when it came up in the news and everything a few years ago, but uh, it was about a little skeleton that was found in South America, I believe. I want to say it was Peru. Um, but anyways, I'll show you the story here in a second. And of course, people are like, "Wow, what is this? Is this like an alien? Is it even real?" And it was confirmed. Surprisingly, they confirmed it to be real. So, like, they ran some tests on it, and it was confirmed to be an actual skeleton. The thing's tiny. It's like I forget, like maybe just a few inches long, I think. But um, so first of all, it is an alien. And I was I was watching these other videos. There's a video about the skeleton specifically, and Dr. Stephen Greer, who has been talking a lot about this kind of thing openly over the past few years. Um, you can Google him for all that information, but he did a movie called Sirius, Sirius, which was about this skeleton in particular. And then he did another one called CE5 more recently, about how to contact aliens. And there's an interesting connection there. They don't mention it in the movies, but there is an interesting connection there. Well, I've only seen CE5, so I don't know what kind of detail they go into in the Sirius movie, but um, in CE5, he speaks with a particular species or group of aliens, um, and there's a picture of them in there. It's like a picture they used light to kind of project and show what they look like. And he also talks about downed or crashed spacecraft before, like little orbs that contained like tiny people that were just like maybe a few inches tall, basically. And so he said that these beings are real. It reminds me of Men in Black, if you guys have seen that movie, where inside the cat's thing, Orion's belt, there's a tiny little alien. This kind of blew my mind because I never thought this kind of thing would be real. Because I always thought things would be relatively the same size as us, maybe bigger or smaller, but not like tiny, like tiny little creatures like that. But Dr. Greer talks about this tiny orb that was downed, and there was like 2 or 3 pilots in it, and they were that size. This skeleton is that exact species or race that they show in CE5. So, and it looks just like them too. If you look at this picture he shows of them, they're little tiny beings, and they have these like bigger heads, and they're bald. But they're very real, and they're very highly advanced, and they're out there. So, when I was asking, I was having some, conversation sessions, and had asked, is this a real skeleton? And the answers I heard were, yes, it is. It is a very real skeleton, and they hid the truth, in the articles, and the craft they were in crash landed where it was at. So the skeleton was found by humans, and the surprising part is they didn't just write it off as a hoax or anything. The scientists who did this, and I'll show you the CNN article, and there's some other major news outlets that actually said, oh yeah, we analyzed it, and parts of it are human, and it's a genetic anomaly. So I'm surprised they even confessed that much, but let me show you the articles. Okay, so here's the story right here. So it was in Chile, I'm sorry. Not Peru, where they found this thing, but so check it out. You can go online and you can read about it. This is NBC, actually. They did a story on it. This was just about 5 years ago. Like I said, weird little skeleton was just a diseased fetus, it says. Not true. So this is actually, look at it. So they admit it's real again, but just imagine the fact that it is an alien from another civilization. So, and it's only 3 inches tall, they said. Here is some other pictures of it. You can ignore these ones of the dead parrot. I don't know. They just came up when I Googled it. But so you could ignore that. But if you can see here, like here's a pair of glasses for scale or reference. And over here, you can see like more of the actual body down here too. But yeah, check it out. So it's interesting how they're still trying to hide the truth from people to a certain degree. And but that's becoming less and less the case as things move forward and there's more and more sightings. So anyways, it's real interesting. So check it out and go read these articles online and watch that. I haven't seen Sirius yet. Here's the movie here. It's 116 minutes long, it looks like. But fascinating stuff. All right. So there you have it. There's the article. There's some great things to check out online about that. I just wanted to share that with you, and I found it interesting. So not only is it real, and it is definitely not from this planet, and that skeleton kind of ties into other reports of forms of life from other people, that have the same description of that sort of thing. So anyways, I thought this was interesting to share. If you have any questions or thoughts or comments, definitely let me know in the comment section. And of course, like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.